is Thursday, January 23rd, and let's talk about how it's Trumpism all the way down in the Republican Party. And even when Donald Trump is gone in 2028, there's still going to be a lot of his imprint left. And the reason I'm thinking about this is on Wednesday, Nancy Mace, the South Carolina Congresswoman, gave an interview to the Associated Press. And in that interview, she revealed that she is thinking about running for governor in 2026. Now, this is not terribly surprising. As I have talked about and written about, the reason that Nancy Mace has become this ardent pro-Trumper particularly on trans stuff. You know, Nancy Mace is the one who tried to pass a bill banning Sarah McBride, the first transgender member of Congress, from using the bathrooms in the Capitol. She's used Twitter to sort of bully Sarah McBride, et cetera, et cetera. The reason that she's done all these things is because she wants to get right with Trump and Trumpism and the MAGA crowd, because she wants to run for higher office. Like, it's not super complicated, right? Nancy Mace, after the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol, said basically, like, the Republican Party needs to move away from Donald Trump. We need to rebuild. He backed a primary challenger to her in 2022. She wound up winning that race. And since 2022, she got the message. You either get on board with Donald Trump or you have no future in the Republican Party. And so she's on board. I want to read just a few quotes from her, this AP interview. So she said, "This is a time and moment in history where we need strong leadership. And everyone I've heard of, every name I've heard, they're all nice people, but they don't have that ability to kick ass and take names and make some of the tough decisions that are going to be needed to move our state forward." She was talking about other potential candidates in the race. Then the reporter asked, "Do you think Trump will support you?" And here's what she said. "Trump is going to need people in governor seats in 26. It's not going to be an easy election cycle for us. In 26, we need people who can win big, and implement his agenda, and I will do that. I've been doing it. I have a great relationship with him, and I will be asking him for his support statewide in South Carolina." So Nancy Mace is going to run for this office, and candidly, I think Nancy Mace is probably the front runner to be the Republican nominee, and because it's South Carolina, probably the front runner to be the next governor, because she has cozied up to Donald Trump. But she is not the only one. This is my point. If you think Trumpism ends with Donald Trump, I think you're wrong. And let me just give you a couple other examples that have popped up in recent days. Matt Gaetz, who resigned from the House, has indicated he is likely to run for governor. One of Donald Trump's biggest acolytes, one of Donald Trump's biggest defenders, one of the people who uses Donald Trump's provocative tactics to get attention. In Arizona, Andy Biggs, one of the leading members of the House Freedom Caucus, another very pro-Trump member, is thinking about running for governor of that state. There will be more. There will be more Senate candidates. There will be more House candidates. There will be more governor's candidates. My point here is that Trump has remade the Republican Party. He has shown a blueprint for how you win on this populist, nationalist messaging. So the 2028 presidential election, yes, it will be, I think, likely won by someone who is in the mold of Trump. But even before then, there's going to be a lot of people elected to major important offices who will eventually run for national office in 2032 or 2036. And yes, Nancy Mace is among them, who are in that mold, who will carry that torch forward. So I just think it's really important to note, this is not going to end in whatever Donald Trump does in the next 4 years, this is not going to end in 2028. The pieces are in place. The ground has been seeded. The candidates are running. This is something that is going to extend, I think far beyond Donald Trump's time in office. So it is just something to be aware of. Trumpism, Trumpiness isn't going anywhere even after Donald Trump is gone from office. All right, everybody take care.